Hi, how are you?
Great. How are you, Demi?
I'm good. I'm in a car. It's raining outside. I tried to get like back as soon as I could for this, but I yeah, it's like raining. How are you?
Good. I'm doing great. Your newest release, Killer for You. Could you first tell me about the title? How did you come up with the name of the title?
Oh, the title. I think I mean it all started as a joke, really, And Killer for You. That's a good question. To be honest, I wrote the chorus lyrics in high school about like my high school crush. And I always had this joke within myself about that song. And I think later on in life I was able to kind of finish the concept and like complete it. That when I had like a better understanding of I guess like being in a relationship, because in like high school you have a crush and they don't even know you exist. That's kind of what the situation was. So when I was able to finish the song out of my own experience, I did that. And yeah, I guess Killer for You idea was really a concept from high school. How silly is that?
Did you come up with the lyrics first or the title? Do you remember?
I always write songs. I start out with guitar and just kind of blabbering over some melodies on guitar. So it came together, the instrumentation and the lyrics came together at once at the same time.
I have a lot to talk to you about, honestly, because I know you have a musical background, and I have so many questions I truly want to ask you. Because I know "Killer for You" is just one of probably a million songs that you actually, have. Um, Music for You. I read 11 years old. You started your first band. When did you start playing with music, making music, liking music, loving music?
I started out. I started writing when a foundation by VH1 came to my public middle school and donated instruments called VH1 Save the Music Foundation. And they donated a ton of guitars to my school and lessons. So I started my first band when I was 11 and I started writing around that same time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember your first songs?
I do actually. I have this one song. It was like 2 chords. I think it was like a C chord and an A chord about my middle school crush.
Guitar, that was the first instrument that you picked up?
Guitar. I never really attached to piano. I always thought it sounded corny, but I used when I started listening to classical music and studying classically. Well, the song was pretty much a song that I played live that people really enjoyed. And so I brought it to my homie Geoffrey, who is like who I've known for years. He used to be, we went to high school together, and he was like always carrying around his laptop because he would be producing as kids. We were kids, and he'd always carry his laptop to every class and just be producing. And so he's like a great person with electronics, and he has a super amazing concept of electronic music and production. So I showed him the song as I would play with my rock band, and he turned it, we together kind of turned it into this genre bending sort of concept where we added trap and electronic elements to what I do on guitar, which was super cool. So I think I just wanted to capture the energy of the song live, but with adding these cool elements of other songs and genres that I like other than rock music. I really love trap music. I really love electronic music as well. So I think that was the whole idea for that song.
Can we a video from it?
Oh, wait, do you want a video for the song? So funny that you say that. I just came from a meeting with 2 like super amazing creative director and video director who want to do a video for this particular song. literally just now, like that's where I'm coming from. Oh, I hope that didn't cut out. But yeah, literally just now, and they have this crazy idea for it. I'm not a very visual person. I don't really, I don't really care for visuals as much as I do as like the music aspect. But people tend to have like, that they've had this good concept, and I'm up for anything.
You're a podcast host. I do want to talk about that.
Yes.
I've seen a few episodes. Tell me, how did you get started in it? And tell me all about it. Well, tell me what you could tell me about it.
I grew up, my idol was Oprah Winfrey growing up. I was obsessed with her, and I was obsessed with other hosts like Tyra Banks. So like I thought they were like my mother. Like I've written like every report I could write about a person that inspired me, or people that were making, when you have to make those reports in third grade about important people or whatever it is, it was always Oprah. So I love the kind of work that she does, and she kind of like brings important topics to light. And I fell in love with podcasting in the quarantine, because I had to like do something, I had to listen to something other than, I'm always listening to music, but when I really fell in love with podcasting was during the quarantine.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, I love podcasting because I get to make, someone comfortable and open up and get personal for their fans to get closer to them. And it's really, I love hosting for that reason,
Who's your favorite music group, music band, music group?
Music bands? Oh my goodness. My favorite music band. I mean, like legend, or kind of like underground, because
Who do you go to when you need music?
when I want to hear,
When you
want to
need
play music
to make you feel better, who do you go to?
Oh my goodness, when I want to feel better, dang, that's hard. So I'm getting out now. When I want to feel better, I go to, thank you. I go to, I don't know. I think I go to jazz music. I like soft jazz when I'm feeling down.
Well, when you're feeling up too. But jazz is a good one.
And when I'm feeling up, I go to, so soft jazz and Alan Watts. When I'm feeling down, holy shit, that's a cat. And then for up, I go to I love Drake and like Britney Spears, to be honest. Like I love pop music as much as I love rock music.
Okay. Modeling. You're a model.
Oh yeah, I model.
Elite Models, is that who you with?
Mm-hmm.
Elite Models. Tell me about it.
Wow, I've been modeling for, the day after high school, I was flown to Paris. They, and it was also my birthday. So I was scouted, and I always found it like really hard actually to connect with that lifestyle, because I was always, I never really, it's a tomboy kind of, didn't care what tag was on my clothing. I never found that important. I wasn't raised that way. So when it came to modeling, then that was the lifestyle. I found it hard to adapt. Although I do have so much respect for designers and creators in fashion, you know what I'm saying? And there's so much hard work, and it's just as important as any other craft.
So what's a normal day of modeling like for you? Are you indoors, outdoors?
Indoors?
Is it a product?
Well, today I shot. Today I had work, started at 10 a.m. What was the brand? I forget. Let me double check that before I say something else. Today I actually had work. We had 10 a.m. and I go there, hair and makeup, and I kind of just tune out. Oh, 9 West, yeah. I just kind of tune out, and I kind of I mold into whatever person they need me to be for 8 hours, and then I can go and play music.
Yeah, really I like that you can play music. Yeah.
Yeah.
Play music. That's right. Is it
Yeah.
something that you enjoy?
I love working with teams, and I love watching. It's kind of like modeling is almost like being a fly in the wall, and watching designers bring their image to life. It's super cool. It's so different from music because music is just whatever goes. But there's something really beautiful about kind of the structure that takes that it the structure it takes to work in fashion and to make clothing. It's just so different from music, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so, like I said, it's so much. I don't want to share your time with me. I'm gonna ask to speak with you again. How's your schedule though? Is it full whole day and nighttime you got to yourself?
My schedule, well, it depends on the day, but usually, I mean, on my craziest day, I'll have let's say, a few castings in the morning, like around 10 a.m. And then I'll have to run back home for a podcast around 1 p.m., which is usually when we do our podcast. And then if I have a show that night or a practice, I'll run back out the house and do that and hope that I don't, and hope that I can get some sleep. And I just pray like I don't have to wake up for something early the next day. That's usually what my schedule looks like. Yeah, podcasting has become a such a big part of my life too over the past months. And I've grown to love it so, so, so much.
Do you have
Which I'm sure you love listening.
Do you have
What's that?
Do you have a guest to stick out? Because I went through and I had to watch a couple. I had to do a little research. I had to watch a couple. But do you have a favorite episode of yours?
A favorite episode? Oh my goodness. I'm sure I do, but the person that came to mind when you asked me that is Wyclef Jean, who was our 50th episode. And he was so, I just felt enlightened at the end of that conversation because, coming from like Haiti to like the States and kind of not just doing the American dream, but kind of like, he also is like a mentor to so many upcoming artists. And he actually he's not just an artist. He wants to like spread the message like you can too. And like, there's so much purpose to that, and that's why I felt so enlightened at the end of that conversation.
How can viewers find the single Killer for You, Demi?
Killer for You. Well, it'd be awesome if you came to a show. I'd love to see you in person. Come to a show if you're in New York City. But yeah, if you're not in New York, you can find it online, on Spotify and all the places where you can find music.
How can they find you on social media?
Just search Demi Ramos, Demi _ Ramos,